everyone, thank you so much for stopping by my channel once again. And today I'm going to be doing an unboxing for Simon Says Stamp March 2018 card kit. I've always enjoyed watching the process for the card kit, and so this is what I got. So this is Choose Joy, and it actually comes with 5 cardstock papers, and it is in cotton candy, green apple, leaf green, Nina, and solar white and desert storm colors. Comes with these stickers. They're like cardstock stickers, really sturdy. It comes with 3 pre-scored cards that are already ready to use, and then it comes with some 6x6 paper pack by Cartabella, and it has really nice papers, really nice patterns. They are front and back, so it makes making decisions harder because you have to fight for which side you really want to use and sacrifice the other side. And then it comes with these nice 3 little envelopes. They're shimmery. And then this one with the wood grain, really cute. And then it comes with 2 stamp sets. It comes with the this Choose Joy, and then this one with the bunny and the little boots. And then it comes with this pom-poms, and then Nouveau glitter pen, which is amazing. And then these 2 Simon Says Stamp ink, and then a lollipop. So what I'm doing now is, since I'm new to card making, I'm not really good with measurements. Fractions is not my thing, never has been. So what I do is I actually get one of the pre-scored cards and just follow that on top of the cardstock, and then cut down the middle. That way I make sure I have the right size, and it makes 10 cards. So now all I'm going to do is score them and fold them. So what I did is I grabbed this tool right here and I folded in half, and then just put the tool right there. That way it took off any wrinkles. So this is card 1, and I'm going to be using this little duck. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use archival black ink, and I'm going to stamp this on watercolor paper. And then I'm going to stamp the umbrella on its own, because I plan to do a like a 2D or a pop-up of the umbrella. And then I'm going to use my Arteza markers, and these are water activated or water-based markers. So they work really well with the watercolor paper, and they also work really well when trying to blend with a brush and water. So here I'm just doing some shading with a couple different colors, yellows and light orange and dark orange. I won't bore you with coloring the entire image here, so I'm actually going to skip the rest, but I pretty much did the same thing. So as you can see here, I have the second piece where I plan to put that on top of the umbrella, so it has some dimension. Now the duck has some white space between the boots, and this is what I do. I just get a blue marker and smudge it with water in a brush to kind of blend in with the background that I plan to do on my card. So I'm getting this black marker and just roughly going through the sides so you don't see the white paper from where I cut it. Next, I grab the raindrops that come in that stamp set and use my Ranger embossing ink and start stamping it all through the card. And then I get some distress inks in Mermaid Lagoon and Broken China and start blending them around. And as I blend these colors, you will be able to see where I stamped those raindrops. So I'm leaving a little bit of the middle section of the card a little bit on the lighter side and focusing some dark around the edges. And to do that, I use Cobalt in Archival ink and just roughly go around the edges. And then I go back with Broken China to kind of blend because I have a heavy hand. And then next, since Distress inks do activate with water, it creates this nice water effect. So I just sprinkle some splashes onto the card and then remove the excess. And then I emboss the sentiment that says you always make the rainy days brighter onto vellum paper. And then I do this little cut at the end, a V cut, and then just with some tape adhesive, place that on there. And then to finish the card, I add this glitter with the Nuvo glitter pen that comes with the kit. So that finishes card 1. Card 2. So I grabbed this pattern paper, the plaid green paper. I thought it was really nice. So I turned it around. Like I said, I'm not really good with measurements, so I don't know what I need to do. So I just place that pattern paper on top of the card and do a rough estimate with my ruler where I need to cut. So now I am placing it on there and I see that it's cut perfectly. And then I grab a circle, and you can grab anything that is the right circle size. And this is just the toy I had on hand. It's a little wooden cookie. Anyways, I cut along the edge right there where I made my mark. And then I checked to see that everything is where I want it to be. And so I put that bunny on there to make sure it's the right size. And then add some foam adhesive to the back of the green plaid paper and stick it onto my card. Next, I'm going to use black archival ink and the same watercolor paper, and I'm going to stamp that on there. And I'm going to do some rough coloring with the Arteza markers in gray, just to give some dimension to this bunny. So once I finish coloring this bunny, I used scissors to cut around this bunny. And then I do the same thing with a black marker and go along the edges so that you don't see the white around the bunny. And then I use some glue and I grab one of those pom-poms that come in the kit and glue it onto the tail. Next, out of the stickers that come with the kit, I use this leafy branch and adhere it to the section where the circle is and use some foam tape to kind of give it some dimension. And then I realized I want to build up some flowers, and so I just keep grabbing different flowers from the flower stickers that come with the kit. And then next I put that hello sticker on there and then use that glitter pen on the bunny. And that and then I add this lovely sentiment sticker to add an extra touch, and that completes card 2. Next card, I want this wood grain pattern paper, and so I flip it aside so I don't have to use my pencil on it. And I'm doing the same thing I did for the second card and marking where I need to cut. And I need the wood grain and the wood pattern paper and the white paper to be the same size. So I cut them together, make sure that I get them both the right size. Next, I grab my ruler and mark where the middle would be. And again, I have this circular toy thing that is helping me mark this area right here that I need. And then I poke a hole. I don't have a die cut machine, so I'm cutting everything. So this is just the way it worked. I made a boo-boo, and while I was trying to take off the markings off the card with the brown marker, I ended up actually ruining the pattern paper, but it doesn't matter. I'm going to end up covering it anyways. So I end up putting foam adhesive at the back of this brown wood pattern paper and stick it on top of that white pattern paper that I cut together. Next, I grabbed the rake from the sticker set and I adhere it to the center. And then I grab, I'm really not familiar. I don't do gardening, so I'm not familiar what these tools are called, but they just look like mini rakes and a shovel. And then I saw these little small floral stickers, and I thought it would look cute to put them kind of like at the bottom part of the circle. And I added that word harvest, and then I have this tag. Then I thought I didn't really like the arrangement on that circle. So I end up actually taking it off, and while I take it off, it rips the paper, but not to worry. I end up sticking this tag on there, and you can't tell. And then I had some jute string, and I just put it around and then stick it in, and that completes this card. Next, I grabbed this floral pattern paper and I really liked it, so I'm marking exactly where I need to cut, so I am left with the flowers on one edge of the card. So I cut that, and then I get some tape adhesive and stick that onto a pink cardstock. So now that that's in place, you can see where the flowers are on one edge. And then next I grabbed this pale from the sticker set that comes in the kit and add some foam tape. And I stick it kind of towards like an angle, almost like if you were tilting it to flower the flowers. And then next I grab the stamp that says bloom where you are planted. That's one of the stamp sets. And I emboss that with black embossing powder. And then I add these stickers and I add small foam adhesive so they kind of give it some dimension on the sentiment. And that is it for card 4. This is the last card, and I decided to do something more simple. I like this tags, so what I'm going to end up doing is grabbing this green card and marking where I want to cut. That way I don't mess the tags too much. So what I'm cutting, I will actually be using maybe later maybe in part 2 of this video. So next I cut out this card sentiment that comes in the pattern paper set, and I make a marking where I want that to lay, and then I cut that around the square image. And I don't want to ruin any of these tags, so I'm very careful not to cut them in half or anything like that. That way I can use them either in these videos or in another card. So as you can see, I cut that there, and then on that sentiment, I ended up putting some foam adhesive and putting that in the middle. And then next, I decided it needed something more. So the stickers actually have these really cute names of the plant. So I went ahead and stuck those, and then this clip that looks really cute. And that completes this last card. This completes part 1 of the 1 kit 10 cards for Simon Says Stamp March 2018 card kit. I will be doing part 2 very soon. And don't forget, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you're not already subscribed, you can click my picture and subscribe.